I have a maytag fridge, G32526PEKS, which is tripping my circuit breakers every 5 to 7 hours. Usually around 5 a.m., 10 a.m., 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. /plus 1 to 2 hours. When I reset the breakers, it all works. Then after a few hours it trips it again. Have totally defrosted it, sprayed air dry spray to all the connections, and anything I see. Haven't turned it back in again, but just wanted to know whether there's anything else I should be doping or checking. Thanks.
Hello, my name is you for choosing our service. That sounds to me like the defrost heating element has shorted at times to the frame of the refrigerator. This is not a sure test, but you could try it. Run a defrost cycle S only and see what happens. I linked the sheet at the bottom here. The best way to tell is to disconnect the heater and test it with an ohm meter. If it is good, you will get a reading between 15 and 60 ohms. If it is bad, you will get no reading at all. I really believe from your description the heater is bad, because those are about the amount of hours for it to go into the defrost cycle. That will take care of it. If you have any questions, please ask. Click here. Thanks, Barry. Click here for the sheet.
Thanks, Barry. I ran the defrost cycle S, and after 12 plus hours, the circuit hasn't tripped yet. Does that mean it's all fixed? Or has running the defrost cycle S turned something off, and now a part been identified that needs replacement? I'm unsure where or how to disconnect the heater, and I don't have a ohm meter, so didn't do the second part of your suggestion. Sorry, I'm not tech savvy. Thanks heaps for your assistance to date, it's been awesome.
You are very welcome, Marcus. Thank you for the opportunity. What that does is turn off the cooling and turn on the defrost heating element in the freezer. Normally when your refrigerator runs, it stops for this cycle every 6 to 10 hours depending on its run time and the amount of times a door is open, along with how long a door is open. What I was thinking and still do is that the heater is shorting to the frame inside when it starts this cycle and tripping the breaker. I was hoping it would be a more permanent, if that is what is wrong, short and would show during the manual test that you ran, but obviously that is not the case. This is just a normal defrost cycle, except this time you did it instead of the refrigerator doing it automatically. I really don't know what to say. I think the heater is bad or going bad. If this problem continues, what I would do first is temporarily connect the refrigerator to another outlet that is on a different breaker to eliminate a weak breaker, and then if the problem continued, I would replace the defrost heater. Thanks, Barry.
Unfortunately, it tripped again. I cleaned the inside of the fridge this morning and had the fridge door open for 10 minutes. 30-60 mn later it tripped. I've already changed it to another breaker and no, it's not because of a weak breaker. Where is the heater? Is this something I can do? Just buy a part and replace. Unfortunately, it tripped again. I cleaned the inside of the fridge this morning and had the fridge door open for 10 minutes. 30-60 mn later it tripped. I've already changed it to another breaker and no, it's not because of a weak breaker. Where is the heater? Is this something I can do? Just buy a part and replace. Thanks.
The heater is at the rear inside of the freezer, attached to the bottom of the freezer coils. Give me some time to research tonight.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.
Barry. This is a 4-door model, but I believe this comes apart identically the same as yours. The heater is attached to the bottom of the coils behind the inside freezer rear wall. When you get to it, give me a shout and let me know what condition the heater is in. Does not matter what day, when you can, any day will be fine. Click right here. Thanks, Barry.
Thanks, Barry. I'll just wait until it trips again, and we'll open the inside panel. Have done it several times over the course of 2 to 3 weeks, as I had to use a hard dryer to melt the accumulation of ice on the evaporator, aluminum fins, as the fridge wasn't getting cold. I gathered there's 2 heater units, one on the LHS and other on the RHS of the coil. We'll update you once I get access to it. If I can attach pics, I will.
I have a link you can use if you cannot use the one here on site. Click right here. Very simple to use. Browse to file and upload. That's it. If you want to see it, click Files and look on the right of the download side. When your refrigerator does go off and you reset the breaker, does the refrigerator come on at that time or a while later? Very.
Thanks, it trips. I can flick the breaker on immediately, and usually only trips after a few hours or so. When I seeked it back on and did the suggested defrost, it didn't trip for over 12 hours. That's why I started absolutely cleaning the inside of the fridge and had the fridge door open for 10 minutes. Did notice the freezer not feeling very cold though. Left for work and my wife SMS saying that it tripped again. Got back 2 to 3 hours later, and the freezer seems cold now and just waiting to see whether it trips again.
Okay, thanks, to do but wait and see the defrost heater. No rush, take your time. Any day you have the time to do it will be fine. Very.
After 6 hours of the last trip, it did it again. Have attached pics of the heaters. Surprised there's so much accumulation of ice after only 20 plus hours, although it has tripped twice. If it is the heater, where's the best place to buy replacement? Is it part no? 67,005,059 and 67,002,628, presume it's for the left and right.
Click here where I have drawn the arrows. If that is the heater touching metal, see if you can raise it some. That could be the problem. Thanks, pictures. Very.
Yes, both corners were touching the base, and actually marked it. I've lifted them off, and about to turn the fridge back on. Fingers crossed smile.
Good luck. It will frost heavily until you cover the coils again. Eventually you will want to cover them. Thanks, Barry.
Cover the coil. With the front plastic cover, you mean? Yeah, I've put everything back together.
Yes, that is the cover. Very.
The darn fridge tripped again last night at 10 p.m. It used to trip every 5 to 7 hours, as we were continually using the fridge. But of late, we've not used it, and trips are only happening 10 to 12 hours. It's 6:45 a.m. hers, and I'm just heading to work, so interesting to see if it trips. Haven't opened the fridge door yet. If it trips again, help. Should I do? Get a OHM meter. Unplug the heater to see whether it still trips. Will this just cause the element to freeze over without the heater plugged in? Help. Or is it time to get a fridge mechanic in?
Unplug the heater to see if it still trips. It will eventually frost over but take days to do so. Have a good day at work. Very.
Hi, trip the circuit at 9 a.m. and 7 meters. Just unplug the heater. Both sides of the heater, and presume the wires to the fan etc. remains plugged in. Hopefully we're getting close. Thanks for your patience. Smile.
Hopefully that will show the problem. I am in and out today running calls. Very.
Hi Barry. 20 plus hours, and the maytag hasn't tripped the circuits yet. Smile. Is the next step to purchase a new heater? If so, can you advise where? And also the part no. Is this easy to be replaced? Thanks.
OMG, I would have never guessed. Now you're asking me, dang it. I believe the part is bad. I would love to be able to prove it and I can't, not without a test. Please don't think less of me, I really would like a test. Very.
Morning, fridge still isn't tripping circuit breaker. I'm not sure of your reply, you've been an awesome help. I'm searching the net now to find the heater part so that I can replace it. Is it something easily replace? Thanks.
Yes, you can do the repair, I believe. It is part number 67,002,628. Be sure to say it's a heater. Thank you for the compliment, Barry.
Thanks, Barry. Is there a way of knowing whether the issue is perhaps with the war hardness of the electronic board, instead of the actual heater rod? I found the part on eBay, and just waiting for a response to confirm it's available. Thought I'd just plug the heater back on, just to see what happens. Any other test I can do? You suggested using a ohm meter, so I still try to get this done.
Not a test, I would be convinced. I would have suggested already, I wish there were. Not only I would rely on Marcus. I know it's a bum deal from here, there just isn't anything I can think of to make it more definite. Very.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.